All right, this is very informal, but this is my review of Black Ink Crew, season 4, episode 13. This episode, I'm going to review this show as I watch it. So I'm at the first commercial break or second, I don't remember. Maybe first commercial break. What happened? I can't remember. Cobra and Reese are trying to reconcile their issues, which I don't think they really have an issue, but for TV's sake, let's say they do. What's the daggone girl's name? Not Cobra, the other girl. Reese told her, "Hey, let me tattoo you, and if you don't like it, essentially you can beat me up. If you do like it, we'll remain friends." So Cobra got a lighthouse tattooed on her thigh. She liked it. She loved it. Great. Junior's girlfriend, whatever her name is, she wants to set the record straight. Like, hey, Junior did not punch Reese. I punched that hoe. I punched her in the head 2 times. So we gonna see who did what. Cause in the previews, looks like production is gonna bring a camera in and show them who did what for the record. So it's back on. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, guys. There's another segment. These reviews are probably going to be very informal because I'm typically laying on the couch doing nothing, getting relaxed and ready for bed. This is how I wind down from the day. So this segment, Charmaine and I don't know his name, Neek, they were talking about having a baby last episode. So he brought the dog in a stroller to simulate what having a child would be like. So she had to get the dog a bottle in the middle of a restaurant. Let's just act like all of this is real for TV's sake, okay? And she couldn't, so she was telling him, "Hey, Neek, I don't think you're not helping me at all. You're acting like you're not ready for a baby." And he was like, "Yeah, that's my point exactly. I'm not ready." So they came to a conclusion they're going to hold off on kids because he wants to do things decent and in order. Yeah. Completely wasted 3 minutes of my life, but also, what else went on? Ryan, Pretty Ricky, the Pretty Ricky S-Curl dude, he hired yet another person to come work at this shop that's still under construction. I'm glad, what is this? This isn't VH1, whatever network this is. I'm glad that they're paying these people because he's hiring all these people and the shop's not even done. So he hired some girl. I'm just gonna call her chick with the black hair and Tyler her name because I can't remember. I forgot just that fast and the episode just went off. Hired her, met her somewhere. She flew down. Now she lives in Chicago to work at the shop that's not open yet. Seems like she's gonna be the turn up. She's gonna be the drama from the new 9 mag. All right, cool. So the chick, I don't know her name either. The blonde haired chick that was drunk in Jamaica. Something happened. She's having to bring her daughter to work with her. And Ryan was looking at first, when she first walked in, like, "What's the problem? You got a babysitter?" So she goes into this whole tangent about, "Oh, my baby daddy, your deadbeat, blah, 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 blah." Okay, and then she starts crying. I would feel sympathetic if she has not been crying every single episode since she joined the cast. Like, sis been crying every episode. I don't understand. And then she goes on to say, "I talk to her daddy all the time. He doesn't live in Chicago, but he's never seen his daughter." So I'm not sure how you have consistent communication with somebody who hasn't bothered to see their daughter, but that's your prerogative, sis. So now the preview, Don and Ryan are meeting up. Don't know what that's about. Sure, that's gonna be some come to Jesus moment, and we'll see. All I want to see is when production clears up whether Junior stole off on that hoe or not. That's all I need to know. Because if he did, he ain't shit. If he didn't, she ain't shit. Because she straight lying. Like, if she said that dude looked her in her face and stole off on her, his girlfriend said, "No, that's not true. I hear her." I understand when you drunk, but I don't think there's any way she could have mixed Junior and his girlfriend up. They don't look nothing alike. So I want to know what's the truth. If that's the case, sis can't be trusted. But I'll be back after the commercial break, after the next segment. Okay. All right. So, next segment. Ryan and Don are talking about the Junior Reese situation all over again, and who's taking whose word over who's responsible. Don feels like, he didn't see it for himself. So I'm gonna kind of guesstimate and say, when the producers bring the video out at some point during the show, it's gonna show that Junior did not hit that girl. That's just my prediction. We haven't gotten there yet in the show, but we'll get there. Yeah. So they're just sitting down talking about who they believe, who they don't believe. Even though Ryan taps, he taps on the last nerve that's on the side of my head. He made a good point. He did say, Don, you said you weren't taking a side, and you guys over at Loyal Inc., I'm paraphrasing, said that you weren't taking a side. However, once people go back to their respective corners and everybody's repeating what Reese has said, you start to, I wouldn't say you make it fact, but people believe what they say. So if Reese say, oh my God, Junior hit me, Junior hit me, Junior hit me, and then you go back to where y'all work and see each other every day and say, oh, Junior hit me, I can't believe Junior hit me, then people start to repeat it, and it starts to become what they believe. So I definitely believe that everybody over at Loyal Inc. kind of went with what Reese said, and they take that as fact, like, hey, Junior hit her, he ain't shit at this point. That's under. I see what Ryan was saying in that aspect, but on the same token, everybody has their own mind, and if somebody says something, it don't make it fact for me. But with this group, you never know, child. Yeah, that was just it for that. Then we move on to the comedy. I wear glasses, y'all, so you might see a reflection. You might have the TV because the commercial's going on, so I'm trying to get this out. Neek and Charmaine, their parents come to dinner so that they can meet each other at a hibachi spot. Charmaine, as usual, thought pocket Charmaine got all her titties out, booty cheek barely, basically on the table. Her parents show up, and Neek he's charming. I see where you got your good looks from. Meet the parents 101. Her parents are just Charmaine's parents are kind of go with the flow. They just like, okay, first time meeting you, even though you guys have been living together for 2 years, move on with their life. Then Neek's parents, and I say parents loosely because it's only his mom. I'm going to assume his dad is absent, which always, is always interesting to me, especially with her being Caribbean. She's a single mom. I don't know the backstory, so I'm going to assume the dad is absent. She's a Caribbean parent, so she wasn't with the attitude. Oh, who is this? She has a Creole accent. Who is this? Hi, Charmaine. Da da da. You look lovely. She's speaking in English. She's having good good dialect, small talk with Charmaine. And then she starts speaking Creole. She starts speaking Creole with Neek. Neek is her son, Shanique. That's his real name. Okay. Yeah, she needs to pull. So she starts speaking in Creole. And she goes, hey, Shanique, you need to tell her to pull her shirt up. Da da da. Not presentable. Caribbean parents, strictness, blah, blah, blah. Which you're a single parent, so I'm not really sure how strict your Caribbean upbringing was for your own life, Mom, but that's not my business. So, then, she's basically going to end on Charmaine. Hey, you need to pull that up. She gets back to talking. You need to pull that up, cover that up, blah, 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 whatever. So that's interesting. We'll see how the rest of this dinner goes. At this point, I would be ready to go if I was Charmaine, but Charmaine ain't got no shame. Charmaine ain't got no home training, so we'll see. Y'all, I am back from the break, and we are back at this horrendous dinner where Charmaine and Neek parents are interacting with Charmaine and Neek. It's going bad. Charmaine's mom is talking to Neek's mom, and she's like, yeah, I like you. Because she keeps telling Charmaine, like, you're living together. I don't like it. Blah, blah, blah. She's telling Neek, I raised you better than that. Blah, 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 whatever, whatever. And then her dad, which I've been calling Isaac Hayes because he got them Isaac Hayes sunglasses, steps in and I'm thinking he's going to step up, say something on behalf of his daughter because Neek's mom has just given her the third degree. And she's like, girl. And her dad was like, Neek, y'all living together. That's not the way things are supposed to go. There needs to be some type of proposal and a wedding happening in the future, blah, blah, blah. And Charmaine was like, whatever. She's interrupting. And Neek's mom's like, oh, because she's drunk. She was like, no, I'm not drunk. I'm just uncomfortable, which I understand. And then Charmaine just blurts out, you know what? We passed all that. I just want a baby. Child, that took them old school people up out of here, okay? They weren't having it. Her mama, the mama said, no ma'am, I'm not with it. Charmaine daddy said, I got to go. I'm about to leave. I done raised the fool. Child took me out. Pops done got up and walked away from the table. Yo, check this out. So I'm at the part of the show where Adriana, I think her name, Junior's girlfriend, showed up at Loyal Inc. and she's confronting Lily and Reese and letting them know, like, hey, Junior didn't hit no woman because I hit y'all. And they not hearing it. Like, they're just saying no. If Junior, Lily, she crazy. If Junior hadn't said anything, we wouldn't be here. He instigated the fight, blah, blah, blah. And then Reese is like, no, Junior hit me. Junior punched me in my face 2 times. So production interrupts everything, and they like show every single cast member, the green screen, the confessionals. They show every single cast member the actual footage, and Junior didn't hit nobody. I told y'all, Junior didn't hit nobody. Junior did not hit her. What happened was Ryan was trying to, Adriana, whatever her name is, hit Reese. She snuck her. Cool. But when her back was turned, Ryan tapped her in the back accidentally, trying to break it up, and Junior was standing beside Ryan. Junior was standing beside Ryan. So, yeah. So Reese turned around. Reese turned around and was like, hey, Junior, why did you hit me? So Junior didn't hit her. Ryan hit her in the back by mistake, trying to break up the fight. And when she turned around, Ryan was gone. So she assumed Junior hit her. And, yeah, so everybody saw for themselves that Junior did not hit her. The little blurb across the screen says that Reese was given an opportunity to review the footage. See, she refused to look at the footage, and so I think she's just gonna stick with the lie that Junior punched her. I don't know. All right, so we cleared up the did Junior punch Reese rumor. Now Musclehead Don and Adriana are sitting outside talking about it. Adriana's like, Don, why are you lying? I saw the text messages between you and Junior. He's like, what are you talking about? So Adriana assumes that Don is, I don't even know what she was talking about, honestly. Like, he was just saying, like, I reached out to Junior the same day saying, you're still my friend. If you did that, that's messed up. But if it's not, I'm not rocking with you. So I feel like Adriana basically was trying to portray, like, hey, Don is not really loyal to Loyal Inc. because he's still friends with Junior, which, childish. That's a grown man. He could be friends with whoever he wants to be friends with. So, Lily, she a little batshit crazy. She ain't having it. So she's like, Don, why are you standing up for Junior and blase. So she has an attitude, and I guess she feels like Don needs to not be friends with Junior anymore because what everybody believes Junior did that we just proved that he didn't do. So, yeah, interesting. That's the end of that episode. Previews to next episode show Charmaine setting up something where they're going to go to a camp and do something with children, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see how that goes because, they can't do nothing in solidarity. So I'm sure they're gonna jack that up some type of way. So we'll see what next week goes.